It's a very challenging year for the American taxpayer. As we know, the rates have increased, while at the same time, deductions and credits have decreased. So it's more important than ever that we really take the time to inform ourselves about the deductions that are out there.
Tax deduction for parents?
This is a huge one. An estimated 30% of all baby boomers are providing some type of financial support to their parents. So to determine whether or not they can benefit from that come tax time, it's important to look at the percentage of help that the taxpayer is giving to his or her parents. If it's 50% or more, whether or not the parent lives with me, I can deduct them as a dependent.
So whether or not they live with you?
Whether or not they live with you, if you provide more than 50% of their total support, you can deduct them as a dependent. And that would also entitle the taxpayer to deduct unreimbursed medical and dental expenses that the parent has. For the taxpayer who paid student loan interest in 2013, they can deduct up to $2,500 of it. And that's very important because this is a so-called above-the-line deduction that you can benefit from whether or not you itemize. Normally, to take advantage of any of these deductions, you must itemize. You can deduct all reasonable job-related search activities, as long as it's in your current occupation. So I, as an attorney, couldn't deduct job search costs for becoming a teacher, but I could if it's for a different job within my current occupation. But the IRS looks at this very carefully. I can't go to Disney World and simply look at the classified ads at breakfast one day and deduct the cost of the whole trip.
Home equity loan deduction, tell us about that.
This is huge because there isn't a dollar limit on this deduction.
I like that.
So if I have a home equity line of credit, I can deduct all of the interest that I paid for calendar year 2013 up to a maximum loan value of $100,000. So if I have two home equities of $50,000 apiece, I can deduct all of that interest. And that's very important because we've seen in the past couple of years, we've lost a lot of interest deductions. We used to be able to deduct credit card interest. That's gone out the window.
Home sale deduction, tell us about that.
If you have lived in your primary residence for 2 out of the past 5 years, you can deduct up to $250,000 of the capital gains. So a husband and wife together could potentially deduct $500,000, provided that they've lived there for 2 out of the past 5 years. The Small Business Administration estimates that 52% of all U.S. businesses are home-based. Yet this particular deduction, many people don't benefit from because it was a red flag for an audit for many years. So a lot of taxpayers, a lot of my clients said, I'm not even going to bother taking it because they didn't want to go through the audit. But the IRS has issued some helpful guidance that we can deduct $5 per square foot of that portion of the home that we use exclusively for our business.